right, we did. You still see us, right? Oh, yeah. That's it. Okay, now you get that free. You know, that's good right there. You can't complain. You're entitled to a piece of the planet, too. You know what I'm saying? So. All right, you started. We good? We on?
Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us the truth. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect Akim, teaching and preaching this truth with all righteousness and sincerity. With the Israelites that have prophesied the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, and to warn our people that Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, he will be coming down soon with great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And a part of him coming down with great wrath is demonizing the truth, brothers suffering persecution, and most importantly, he's going to be pushing out his new financial system. Which that new financial system consists of digital currency being made into a physical implantable device. And without that device, you will not be able to participate in this economy, in this system. All right, this truth is for the remnant, the elect, the Israel of the Most High. The Most High not dealing with all Israel. In fact, the prophecies that say all of the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. So the Lord is only dealing with the repentant sinners that came into the truth, that repented and converted and worshiped the true power. All right? It's all predestinated from the foundation of the earth. Now it is written, a tree may be known by its fruit. But what fruit grows on the trees of the elect? Well, they have faith, they have works, and they'll believe. They'll be presenting their bodies a living sacrifice. So we got a lot of things going on. It seems like every week when we come out, there's always a host of new things that's happening that draws us closer and closer to the end. You know, of course, you got the wars and rumors of wars, different threats of wars going on. You got this economy suffering bad. You know, you got a debt and financial crisis, cost of living crisis, you got inflation, all right? Foods, products, goods, and services is being limited. You know, they're speaking about a potential diesel fuel shortage, which the diesel trucks, you know, is the life force of the system. You know?
Uproars of the people.
You got the uproars of the people, because not just here in Babylon the Great, but other parts throughout the world, they're suffering financially. And it's all a part of Esau Edom's agenda. Because the coming collapse is a global collapse. Because this system that he's gonna usher in is for all small and great, rich and poor to receive. Right? Then you also got the situation with Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. You know, whether they, you know, was told behind the scenes to do particular things and say particular things so they can come with the order. At the end of the day, man's goings is of the Lord. So the Lord is in control of all this stuff that's going on. All right? So, you know, we're going to go with the Spirit, and whatever, you know, the Spirit bring out, we'll bring out.
This is Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said to me, see thou do it not.
Now, a background of what's happening here in the book of Revelation, which Revelation means to pull back. Re is back, veil is a covering. So basically, pull back the covering. So there's an angel sent to Apostle John, which he was exiled on the island of Patmos for teaching Yahweh Shai. And there, an angel was sent to him to give him revealings of things that would surely come to pass. In regards to Lord Yahweh Shai coming, different history, so on and so forth. So in this account, there's an angel sent to him. Go ahead, bro.
It says, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that had a testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
So it's all about prophecy. The person, the men that's coming in the true vibration of Heavenly Father, and of course through his son Yahweh Shai, will have this testimony. And that testimony is the spirit of prophecy. And pretty much prophecy is the conversation. All right? We just had an individual that came up to us right before we started camp. And he was just basically prophesying, man. You know, he believed in the truth. I mean, he didn't have the right names, but you know, Jake is starting to awaken out of that sleep. And this conversation was prophecy, man. And sighing and crying. So he's coming in that right vibration. He just got to get the names right.
The doctrine.
You know?
It's 1 Corinthians 14:1. And it reads, follow after.
See, the Heavenly Father through His Son Yahushua, He has a close relationship with the prophets. Right?
Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, so the conversation of the prophets is going to be talking about the downfall of great kingdoms, and they'll be speaking about wars and pestilence and all these sad perils. All right?
Verse 9. The prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh hath truly sent me.
So it's going to be things that will be happening in the earth that's going to line up with the prophecies. And people's going to look at those individuals who was foretelling these different events to happen. And they'll know that the Lord is dealing with them. All right? And going back to what we were saying, the Lord has a close relationship with the prophets. It's Amos 3:7. Surely Yahweh will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets.
Yeah, so the secrets are the true understanding of the Bible, man, the prophecies. You know, because before the prophecies come to pass, the Lord reveals unto His servants the prophets. That's why we read about them today. The prophets of old, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, you know, Hosea. You see?
Look at Daniel.
Daniel. You know, Daniel prophesied the kingdom of heaven. You know? The fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire, which we are an extension of the Roman.
Isaiah 12:9. And I that am Yahweh thy power from the land of Egypt will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles as in the days of the solemn feast. I have spoken by the prophets, I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
Yeah, so the Lord speaks through His prophets, man, because the Lord Himself is not going to come down Himself and teach you. It's an example of that in the book of Exodus. When the Lord had spoke to the children of Israel, they were afraid of the Lord, man. You know, it was thunders and stuff when He came. You see? So the Lord revealed His prophecies to his prophets, man. To go out and teach the people, our people, the Israelites, and to warn the pending destruction of that particular kingdom. And today is no different.
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verse 15. And Yahweh of their fathers sent to them by His messengers rising up beat times.
Now beat times mean early. It's from the Hebrew word shakam, which means early. You know?
And sending because He had compassion on His people and on His dwelling place.
Right. Compassion means love. And the Lord loves His people, man. You know, beginning on with the elect of Israel, tabernacle of David. You know, it's called love.
But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised His words.
So you don't think Jake will take the word of the Lord seriously? They do the complete opposite. They mock the prophets, man. Talk shit about them, slander them, you know, trying to defame them. You see? Saying that we're a cult. You know, but that comes with the territory of being this truth, man. You know? This is a battle of the Lord's, man. You see? So we understand that we're going to be able to deal with opposition in this truth. You see?
It says in 2 Chronicles 36, verse 15, and 16, but they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised His words and misused His prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against His people till there was no remedy.
Yeah, remedy means aid, man. You know, because Jake is known for killing the prophets. You know, as Yahushua said, O Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophet, because the wicked 2/3 of our people, they didn't want to hear the correction and reduce the correction from the Lord, man, through the prophets. So the action of what they did was kill the prophets, man. You know, and it says misused because sometimes the brothers, there's been many accounts of brothers going to prison. I'm not going to prison, but having the police being called upon them, man. You know, there's been accounts when brothers got into fights out here. You see, all because we're pushing our righteous vibration, when we understand that we are in a wicked kingdom. So Jake don't want to take heed to the Lord's words, but the 2/3 of wicked Israelites.
This is Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he.
Now this is Zechariah speaking, which was the father of John the Baptist. John the Baptist was a Levite. His father was a Levite.
Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
Right. This is now horn represents the Lord Yahushua, because horn represents the power. And Yahushua even said himself that thou shalt see the Son of Man come with power and great glory.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
Yeah, so the prophets have always been here, man, since the beginning of time. When you read the book of Genesis, you know, it says that, you know, the Lord was walking in the midst of the garden. That was prophets, man. The Lord, the Heavenly Father Yahweh wasn't here himself. It was a prophet, because they came in a vibration of the Heavenly Father Yahweh by preaching his word, man. You know?
This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 6. And he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true.
Yeah, which is what? The prophecy. Because none of the prophets are going to go none in the void. Nor in the void.
Yeah.
You know?
And he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true, and the Lord power of the holy prophet sent his angel to shew unto his servants the things which must shortly be done.
An example of the Lord sending angels to the prophets is Ezra. You know? Ezra, the archangel Uriel, was sent to Ezra to give him the prophecies of what was surely going to come to pass. 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 13, the second coming of our Lord Yahushua. The things leading up before the second coming of our Lord Yahushua, which is Jacob's trouble. You know, the rise, the race war, famine, pestilence, all those things the angel Uriel revealed to Ezra so we can have today. Ezra wrote it down in the book, man. You know, it was scrolls back then, but it was translated to King James and his scholars in the Hebrew. I mean, from the Hebrew and Greek to the English, so we can understand it today. See?
This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart.
Right now, pastor is synonymous with a preacher. You know, because the pastor is what is the leader of the congregation. Same thing with a you know, for the shepherd. You know, the shepherd is the leader of the flock. You know.
Jeremiah 3:15, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Yeah, and today, you know, we believe by faith, them are our apostles, elders, great millstone, man. You know, their longevity in the truth speaks for itself. Talking with Apostle Hart, he believed in the truth, I believe it's 36 years. Yeah, you know, so, you know, along with the other apostles, you know, Apostle Bar, Apostle Bakar, Apostle Ramla, the elders of Bishop of Connecticut, Elder Bishop Menatazak, Ainat, Ibad, Tazaiwan, Tazadakwa, Ayathan, you know, them is all great men the Lord set up through the Spirit so we can have the foundation that we have today.
Beautiful.
Rightly divide the word of truth, man. See?
And the doctrine is flawless.
And the various precepts that we pulled out, that was an overwhelmingly amount of proof that the Lord has a close relationship with the prophets. And the prophets will be declaring the truth. Let's go ahead and get Jeremiah 50.
Jeremiah 50 verse 1. The word of the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
Now this Babylon is talking about America. Now you won't find America in the Bible, obviously, but you will find these buzzwords. You know, the whore that ride upon the beast. You know, Syria, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. All right, the land of the north. Okay, and so on and so forth.
The valley of the shadow of death.
The valley of the shadow of death. Can't forget that. All right. So these visions was given to Jeremiah, which Jeremiah, he was a prophet, he was a Levite, all right, and I want to say he was inhabiting the land of Ananoth, which that was in Benjamin. So when you go into our history, the Levites, they were spread, they didn't have their own plot of land. They dwelt in the suburbs of all the tribes. So Jeremiah, you know, of course he was a part of that. He was a Levite. He was dwelling amongst the Benjaminites, right? So there's prophecies given to him in this chapter. Go ahead.
It says, verse 2, declare ye among the nations and publish.
See, declare ye among the nations and publish. See, what we doing today is the same thing that the prophets did of old. Because the prophets have the same spirit. All right? The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. And if you can receive we are the prophets coming back. But it has an order. Starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. So, although we read particular conduct and particular behavior of these prophets that we read about in the scripts, we all share those same attributes today. Because, like you said in the Apocrypha, man cleaveth to his own life.
Because all the prophets, because all the prophets was in captivity. So they was all yearning for a new kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. Because in their state at that time of the Pacific kingdoms, they were oppressed by the heathen nations. You know? Going to the curses in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, so the same is taken into effect today. You know, we signed a cry for the because of the oppressor Esau Edom.
Right.
You know how the earth management is disorderly, man. See?
And we waiting on the correct order to be established. Now, it says here, declare and publish. Declare means to make known. And publish means to make public. So we out here on the highways and the byways. This is an ancient custom of our forefathers. To go out on the street, to be in public, and to herald in whatever information that the Lord wants us to herald in.
It says, Jeremiah 50 and 2, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. You know, and this is the standard. You know, that all Israel shall repent and believe the gospel. You know, all Israel is the elect, but also to prophesy the downfall of the heathen nation. It says, publish and conceal not.
It says, publish and conceal not. When you're concealing something, you hiding it. All right? So we're not hiding this truth. We're accessible. You know, some brothers been teaching in particular spots for years at a certain time. We on a YouTube. Putting up videos, we're putting out the content. We're not hiding this. We're not like the global elites where they gotta have these secret councils in these dark rooms in these dungeons, you know, to speak about their next move that they finna make, man. We out here in the public, but the thing about this message is it's for the elect. So although it's in we're in the public, it's for a small chosen few, man. So we're not out here for everybody.
And Salakia, and the message is codified.
Yeah.
So it's not for everybody.
It's secrets, it's mysteries, it's parables, it's similitudes, it's allegories.
Yeah. It's not all inclusive.
Right. So it's a blessing, you know, for you brothers that's tuning in, that you brothers that's, you know, out there working. It's a blessing to be called into this ministry and to show forth your righteous acts unto the Father and through His Son, man.
Yep.
Because this is what's going to deliver. This truth is what's going to deliver us, man. Which at the end of the day, like we said earlier, is predestination. But the scriptures speak about receiving the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. So it's a doctrine that you have to receive. It's a doctrine that you got to accept. It's a doctrine that you got to believe in. And then furthermore, in the Proverbs, it speaks about righteousness delivered from death. So, you know, you got to have, you know, a particular works towards what you believe in. You know.
It says, Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces.
So what is this talking about? It's talking about Babylon the Great, the lifestyles, the religions, the philosophies, the ways of life that this place promotes is being broken down. It's being chopped down. And it's by way of the truth. See, through the prophecies, we know who Esau Edom is. Through the prophecies, we know who the Israelites are. And through the prophecies, we know how the Lord Yahushua is going to come. Through the prophecies, we know what type of moves that these elites is going to be making here in these last days. Through the prophecies, we know that there's going to be persecution for those that stand stiffly for the names of the Lord, man. You know, through the prophecies, we know that there's a global agenda to keep the Israelites in gross darkness, to cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be not no more in remembrance. We know all these things through the Spirit. So with that information, we go out on the highways and the byways and we teach and preach that, man. See, we not like a Kanye West and Kyrie Irving's where we just lightly, you know, speaking about the truth.
Dust over the subject.
You know, dusting over the subject. we reaching in this treasure box and we pulling things both new and old out. We on the highways and the byways, we piping unto our fellows, man. We singing the song of prophecy. And the only ones that's gonna dance to this music is the elect.
2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Yeah, we're not out here with bats and chains and Martell cocktails and pocket knives and shit like that. Weapons. You know, our warfare is spiritual, man. We got the spirit of truth, which is likened unto a helmet, having armor, you know, a sword,
Two-edged
having
sword,
your feet siding with the preparation of the gospel.
It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds.
See, it says mighty. And the strongholds is these different philosophies and religions that's held on our people, that have our people captive. So that's why you hear things in the media in regards to this truth and how they try to demonize it. Oh, it's anti-Semitism. But when you go into the word anti-Semitism, anti meaning against, and Sem goes back to Shem, which is one of the sons of Noah. And through Shem, you had many nations that came out of him. You know, just name a few. You got the Israelites, of course. Then you had the Assyrians. Then you had the Syrians. Help me out.
The Moabites.
You had the Moabites and the Ammonites. The Persians.
Yep.
So you can't just make the broad stroke of saying anti-Semitism because that can cover so many nations.
The Arabs.
The Arabs, yep.
Ishmael, yep.
Lydians.
Lydians.
So you can't come out and make that statement because that's very vague. It covers so many people.
But there's a gross darkness over the people.
Right.
And
right.
a veil.
But see, through this truth, this light, shining here in the darkness, people is now waking up. You know, if you sleep all night, right, 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, the room dark, and somebody come on and turn that bright ass room light on, you know, you gonna wake up, you're gonna be startled. You know, in the first couple of seconds, you kind of like, but then after a while, you wake up.
And that's beautiful. Like the Lord is using Kanye West and Kyrie Irving to to address the small hats because them is Jake's shepherds, man.
Yup.
In the world,
Yep.
especially Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Amongst the basketball world, you know. So Jake, you know, they have no cloak for their sin. You know, now you have been told that you're the Israelites, man. You see?
A lot of people is getting marked right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
A lot of people's getting marked, but you will have a lot of people that will hear that and start doing their research. And don't be surprised in the weeks going forward, you'll start having more people coming up interested.
Yep.
You know, the secret disciples will start coming and declaring that, look, they, you know, I want to follow. So on and so forth.
There's gonna be more camps too.
More camps, yeah.
More camps gonna spring up for sure.
And that's what happened during the time of Rome, because you had Claudius, he expelled all the Jews out of Rome because what happened was it was a great awakening. You had the teaching of Yahushua and a lot of believers being added to the church. And just as you see here, with various camps all throughout, you know, Babylon, there was various camps all throughout the Roman Empire, Asia Minor. So you got to imagine that those Caesars was getting different reports. Oh man, you got the same thing going on in Galatia. Oh, we dealing with the same thing in Ephesus. Oh, we dealing with the same thing over here in Italy. You know, because this truth, it stirs up the mind of the Israelites, man. It awakens them. Why? Because like the brother brought out, this truth is mighty through the pulling down of strongholds. All these religions of the world. That's what Jeremiah was going into in Jeremiah 50. Merodach is broken. This one is cut down into pieces. All these idols and philosophies is all getting broken down.
That's how Esau make his money. See, Esau prosper off of our people's ignorance.
Yeah.
By our people being engulfed in all these religions and stuff, they make money off that. They make profit off of Jake's, you know, being in darkness, man. So that's why they get angry at us, because really you should get angry at Yahweh Shimon Shah, because this is the Lord's doing, man. You know, so you know you can't fight against the truth but before it. So even if you do what you are, you know you're gonna come down with great wrath according to the prophecies. You know, when you do that, you still can't fight against the truth that you're going into slavery still.
Yeah, right.
Because even if you do kill some of the elect, you know, which it is written that some of the elect will have to die in the name of Yahushua, you know, guess what? You're still going to have a thought that you're going to slavery, you're in captivity. And the Lord going to raise up the elect and the cherish Israel first, man. So there's nothing you can do against the truth. It says, go back to 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 5. It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh. You know, because everything in this world, you know, the standard of this lifestyle, this world, the westernized living, people exalt this lifestyle over the ways of Yahweh Shimon Shah. You know, they think that what we're doing is in vain, is boring. You know, and all y'all do is teach the Bible. Well, all you do is go out and celebrate these pagan holidays.
Yep.
You
Smoke,
know?
read.
Yeah. You know, which is vain. Which is vain. You see? And you're adding up sins. You're piling up sins upon you. You know, you pile up sins, man. You see? It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushua. You know? So the imagination goes into people's thought patterns and stuff, man. All that is being confounded by the word of truth. You know? Because at the end of the day, the Lord's not dealing with opinions. The Lord's dealing with his words, man. You see? Going back to Jeremiah 50, verse 3, it says, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her.
Okay, that's the Russians. We got the land of the north, which is some scripts, depending on the context, it's talking about America. But then some scripts like this one is talking about Russia, because you have a land of the north in the western hemisphere, and then you got a land of the north in the eastern hemisphere. So Babylon, this is talking about America, you know, you're gonna have the Russians come against her, but not just the Russians, you're gonna have an assembly of great nations. because Russia has allies, all right? And then when you read in Revelation 17, Lord willing, we'll get that later, that the 10 horns that's upon the beast, they're going to make her desolate and naked and burn her with fire. So you're going to have these kings of the earth to shoot missiles upon this place.
They're going to hate the
World War
whore.
III. They're going to hate this place.
It says, for out of the north there coming up a nation against her, which shall, to her is Babylon the Great, which shall make her land desolate.
Yeah, by thermonuclear destruction. That's how this place is going to be made desolate. Pretty much all the prophets saw the destruction of Babylon. You know, Apostle Peter, he said, he spoke about wherein the heavens being dissolved shall melt with fervent heat. He was talking about the destruction of Babylon the Great. Isaiah, all right, he saw the destruction of Babylon. Malachi. You know, Zephaniah. Various prophets saw the destruction of America.
It says, and none shall dwell therein, they shall depart, both man and beast.
Yeah, so everything is going to get destroyed here. Like we said earlier about Apostle Peter. We saw the elements being melted with fervent heat, so all the concrete, sidewalks, all these cars, the telephone poles, the infrastructure, planes, all that shit is going to get destroyed over here, man.
And that's precisely why the scriptures say don't store no treasures here on earth.
Yeah, we're moth and corruption, you know? Because we're laboring towards a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, which is the kingdom of heaven, one earth ruled by the Israelites. That's what we want, because this place is done. It's completely finished. The mind of these people is completely bugged out. They need to just get destroyed. The women is completely out of order. You got kids coming out making music videos talking about killing their parents.
Killing their grandma.
we just need this place to just get blown over, man.
1 Corinthians 7:31, and they that use this world that's not abusing it.
Yeah, so we use the world. You know, if they send a stimulus check, we gonna run through.
Yep.
You know? But we're not abusing this world to where it's causing us to, you know, fall out of the truth. You know? We're not looking at these jobs, I gotta make sure my job. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, during C19 showed you that they don't give a damn about you on these jobs, man. That they'll just let you go like that. For having integrity, having your personal integrity, having your own beliefs. So why would you go out of your wits for these jobs, man? At the end of the day, you want to be laboring towards this. You want to be on time to this. You want to be late to all that other shit, man.
Because, you know, the scriptures say the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your labor of love.
Yeah.
See, these jobs in the world, they'll forget your labor of love, man.
Oh, man, come on, man.
You know, all them years, you know, not to put my business out there, but I had a coworker. He was there for like a year. He was, you know, he was a lead at my job. He was a cool dude. You know, and the client that's over us, he just let him go, man. Because he missed a couple of days because he was going to get another job. But I just showed you that, like you said, the spirit of this place has no integrity, man.
Yep.
You know? It says, and they that use the world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
Yeah, the fashion of this world passed away, man. And we already seeing it now on a low level. People is renouncing black culture. You know, people is being more, you know, coming more into the truth. Trying to follow after righteousness. Because this place is passing away, man. You know, the holidays ain't like it used to be no more. You know?
Yeah, you would think, because even celebrities, you know, even though some of them, they still in darkness, but they may be, it's a great awakening coming upon them. They may not know the truth, but they waking up, you know, but you'll think that should send a message to the world like, damn, like they got all this money, but they still unhappy. You know, you'll think that Jake and the world will consider that, the wicked of our people, but the scriptures say that my people don't consider it.
That's not considered.
You know?
Here it is. Kanye got all these millions and billions and all that, and he's still searching for something.
All the things of Babylonian harlot have been ran through.
Yeah.
St. John chapter 8, verse 32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So now, Yahweh Shemashah gave us the truth by way of our apostles, the great millstone, and made us free. Now our minds are not held captive of, to what Esau pushes out, engineered us to believe. Black culture, Hispanic culture, their American culture. Now our minds is free from the image, the stigma that he puts out in his media concerning us, man. You see?
I had some on that point. This Ecclesiastes 1:8. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. So what does that mean? That means you can't please the flesh. You can't please the flesh. So if you into chasing the bag, you won't just keep chasing it because you ain't gonna be satisfied. You're gonna reach your goal and you're gonna set another goal. You're gonna accomplish that goal and you're gonna set another goal. And you're just gonna be on this rat race of just chasing the flesh, just trying to feed yourself. At one point you gotta draw the line. You gotta figure out what's enough for you, man. Scripture speak about being content with particular things.
God is coming.
Yeah. Because if you're just chasing, that means you have a burning lust for something. You got a burning desire, which lust and desire ain't wicked, but if you just put all your efforts and energy into it, it can become wicked. You end up getting a proud look, meaning you're going about things according to your will. Everything is about what you want to do, and not the will of the Father, man.
And at the end of the day, they get all these things. They cover after all these things just to please men. The scriptures say that they love the praise of men more than praise of the Most High, man.
Because praise of men is instant gratification. See, with this truth, it take a minute. We put the work in now so we can be set in the kingdom to come. And of course the Lord bless you and put you in position to, to get blessed, here. But we're not gonna have an abundance, and we're not gonna be poor. Proverbs go into that.
And that's the problem. They don't accept that. Can't accept that they're not gonna get everything on this side. First you in the land of your captivity, your oppressor rule over Esau. You wasn't brought, like Pastor Paul always said, you wasn't brought over here to prosper, man. You was brought over here to settle punishment. See?
This is Proverbs 30:8. Remove far from me vanity and lies, which is false doctrines. That's what you should be praying for. Remove from me vanity, which vanity is uselessness, shit that don't benefit you. And we in a time where false philosophies and religions and these different ways of life isn't useful for you. Because if you are stuck in those other ways of life, you're going to end up getting destroyed. And then lies. A lot of these doctrines is lies, man. The world was created 65 million years ago. That's a lie. The whole vibration of, just love everybody. You can't possibly love everybody, man. That's a damn lie. Just love, just be kind. All the world needs is love. No, it don't. This world needs destruction by thermonuclear fire, man. And that's just a few examples to bring out.
And the people that's in rulership, they don't show no love towards people. Especially us.
They ain't showing no love towards Kanye.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming out saying, which we ain't apologists for Kanye. But we're just seeing how the media.
Probably just means defending.
Yeah.
But we just seeing how they move and shit, right? And how hypocritical the society is. None of them small hats coming out saying, we just gotta love our neighbor. We gotta love our neighbor. Oh no, this cool. We just gotta show love to them. No, they're willing to kill that man.
They treating him crazy now, but they wasn't treating him crazy when he said that slavery was a choice.
Yeah.
You You know.
Or when he was wearing that shirt, White Lives Matter.
Yeah, they wasn't saying nothing about him then.
Right. Let me finish up over here, Proverbs 30 and 8. It says, remove far. When you remove some shit far, you want it just completely out of your way. You don't even want to be
You don't want to
close
see it.
to it.
Yeah.
It says, remove far from me. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. So you want to be in the middle, right? You don't want riches and you don't want poverty. You want food that's convenient for you. You want to, just be. You want to have enough to push this truth. You know, Yahushua spoke about having daily bread. Because you see, as these celebrities is being brought low overnight, almost, for standing up for what they believe in. Here it is, we can stand up for what we believe in.
Yep.
If you get let go from a job, just go start over somewhere else.
They really don't have freedom, man. People think they do.
And that's why Yahushua like it. That's why Yahushua said things like, it's hard for a camel to enter
Into the eye of a needle.
And he was doing a similitude to a rich man coming to the truth. Because you gotta, first off, a big ass camel. In the ancient world, certain passages and entrance ways to get it to certain areas, was small and narrow. So in order for a camel to get through an eye of a needle, which is going into a passage, a certain entrance to a location, a big ass camel gotta drop down, get on his knees, meaning you gotta humble yourself. Right. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then you gotta crawl in there.
Man.
So you gotta be very strategic.
Man.
Think about that. If Kanye was, a celebrity come up, they would have to humble all the way down and be very obedient and meticulous.
Docile.
And docile being in the truth. Because brothers will be watching. And meanwhile, while the camel doing that, this motherfucker got spit, foam coming out his mouth, making a loud noise.
Yeah.
Because he's mourning because he got to come into that low state. And that's what these celebrities are seeing, that's what they would have to do to come to the truth. But guess what? We had a righteous forefather that did that. We had a righteous forefather that had fame and money and riches and all that. And he came in the truth. And his name was Moses. He was studied up all in that Pharaoh lifestyle.
Egyptology.
He was the daughter. He was the son of
Ramses.
Pharaoh's daughter.
Touch Ramses.
And he was an Israelite. Everybody knew Moses.
Yeah.
But Moses came into the truth and he forsook that Egyptian lifestyle. Let me actually find that.
He grew up as a Gentile in the customs of the heathen.
Yeah.
He didn't know he was, he thought he was an Egyptian. But when he grew up, he was like, nah, I don't say through the scriptures, but through extrapolation, you already knew he felt that he knew them wasn't his people. This is how they spirit. Because I've been around Hamites before.
Oh, yeah.
And they got a whole different spirit than us, man.
Whole nother demeanor.
They stink too.
And that's the spirit, because he was mad, but he wasn't oppressed.
Yeah.
They say surely oppression make a wise man mad.
Yeah.
He wasn't oppressed, but he was mad.
He had a slew of Egyptian hit him in the sand for his
Because
brother.
his people was oppressed.
Yeah. Jake, Jake not willing to do that. It's in the world.
Nope.
We're going to go into some little history about Moses. Lord willing, we'll go back to Jeremiah. This is Hebrews, you got to get called too. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was coming years.
Now this whole chapter is dedicated to our righteous forefathers. Was basically a shout out to all our righteous forefathers of having great faith in the Lord and having integrity, man.
It says, but by faith, Moses, when he was born, by faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment.
Yeah, because he was a proper child, meaning he was a special child. They knew there was something special about him. You know, because even somebody in the truth had the experience of having him. You know, something special, you know, something about him.
Moses was born of the Holy Spirit. Just like John the Baptist and our Lord Yahweh Shai and all the prophets. You know, he was born, he was a goodly child. He was, like you said, something special about him.
Like Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel. Yeah. But he was born of the Holy Spirit, man.
Because the King commandment was to exterminate all the Hebrew babies, the males. You know, the reason why it was the males because they know that you come from your father. You are who your father is. You know?
And Hebrew boys, Israelite men, right, is a major eyesore to these heathen kings, man. And understanding that, you should come to grips with knowing that, okay, I see why there's an agenda to keep the so-called black men effeminate.
Exactly.
Because if they're effeminate, we ain't got to worry about killing them. You know? Or, you know, pushing that hood culture, that gang culture.
That drug.
Because if they are into that street life, we ain't got to kill them. They'll kill themselves. And we can just show the world how wicked they are.
The Esau is...
See, the scriptures teach us who are enemies and religions and all that different stuff. Kill you spiritually. You know? Put poisonous food in your neighborhood. Pollute your water. Give the woman of your community liberty. Meanwhile, all these other countries and nations, they don't have that shit.
Nope.
But your women do. And even the Edomite woman here in the society and the Moabite woman in the society, the other nations, right? Yeah, there's certain things that they do in regards to being, you know, a feminist, right? Independence. But guess what? They still know they need a man. You don't hear a Moabite woman talking about, oh, I'm an independent Chinese woman. I'm a single independent cook. But continuing on here in Hebrews 11 and 24 and 23. Slack here, 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Yeah, so he didn't want to be called an Egyptian, man. You know, because he knew through his spirit he wasn't one of them. Because they was brutal. They was, you know, they was all into, you know, a lot of vain. They was, you know, homosexual. They was married. Because it says in Leviticus 18 that after the manners of the customs of Egypt shall you not do.
Oh yeah, there was incest.
Committing incest and sleeping with their mothers and fathers, stuff like that. So Moses, he knew, like, all right, this ain't my people, man.
They were multi-theistic. Had many gods.
Probably.
Verse 5, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High, which are the Israelites, because that's a characteristic that your celebrities, these people that Jake idolize, they don't have that characteristic. They don't want to suffer affliction with the people. They don't want to come down and be like the regular, you know, Israelite man, you know, having, you know, his faith in the truth and dealing with his daily cross, bearing his daily cross. They trying to enter into this truth another way. And you know, when Kanye, when they interview with the little Jewish dude, small hat guy, he was like, yeah, you're kind of saying things that the black Hebrew Israelites say, or whatever. And then, like you said, he just
brushed over
he
that.
He pulled an Edomite move on an Edomite, man.
Yeah, he was supplanted, yo.
He just switched the topic on it, man. Like when he said that, I was like, okay, now what is he about to say? He just started talking about some other shit.
Yeah. That was Edomite though. Yo,
meanwhile, he still out these demonic Marciaga Constant.
Balenciaga?
Yeah, Balenciaga and the Walker Closet.
Balenciaga, yeah.
It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Yeah, because he knew all that they was doing was just for a season.
Right.
You know,
Short period of time.
short period of time. You know, and he knew the latter end of it.
Right.
You know, and that's another thing too. The Lord has blessed us to see, to understand the latter end of things. Or if I be like this, if I be a street nigga, a wicked nigga, a scammer, what's this gonna lead up to? Death.
Yep.
You know, if I'm a homosexual, I love men, you know, what's this gonna lead to? Death. So the Lord has given us the latter end of understanding, man. You know, if I sow righteousness in this truth, what will be the latter end? Lord willing, salvation. You know, being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom. You see? A lot of Israelites look at this truth for entertainment purposes. You know, the Lord's gonna destroy all you motherfuckers, man. You know?
Rightfully so too, man. And the Lord is doing a lot of marketing right now. I mean, you know, the Lord deals with balance, right? False balance is an abomination of the Lord, but a just way is his delight. So you will have a lot of people getting marked and rejecting, you know, this, but then you will have, okay, let me look into that. You know? They're gonna watch the videos who are of the elect. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Oh man, I know where they teach at. Let me go down there. And then boom, believer added to the church. I got a little more over here. Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Yeah, because really be rich in faith, even though we suffer the reproach of Yahweh Shai suffers, because it says in Philippians 1:29 that we're not supposed to only believe in our Lord Yahweh Shai, but to suffer for his sake.
Yeah.
So this is the condition of vow that we're supposed to suffer in this truth, man. And really we were suffering the world before we came to truth anyways. You know? So it's better to know why you're suffering than to not know, be ignorant, and to be accessible to all these different lies that Esau can tell you, man. You see? So yeah, so Moses, he'd rather suffer the afflictions of Yahweh Shai than rather suffer the afflictions of the Egyptians, man. You know?
He bases, you know, want to just follow after his people. Worship the true power.
Because at first he had told the Most High, he was like, nah, you can shoot somebody else to do that. You know, that's the flesh, you know? You know? But that's written to comfort us, like, you know, for some, like, remember when you first came in, you told me the truth? And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
You know? Then you already tell me, like, yeah, bro, start reading, go up the spirit on it, you know?
And then I remember you had sent me a text message and you was like, hey bro, I just bought a Bible. What's going on, man? And I was just like, nah, bro. That's how I be though.
Yeah. Because the scripture's talking about that you're supposed to persuade the gainsayer.
Yeah.
You know? Something like that. So a gainsayer don't always means he's not part of the elect. You know? His faith is just not rock solid yet.
I mean, look at Paul. Paul, he was, you know.
He had to get knocked off a horse.
Yeah.
And he did all those things. He was ignorant to the fact of persecuting the church of Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So that's why Apostle Paul, he was like a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
You know, he was apprehending all the Israelite believers in Yahweh Shai and taking them to the wicked high priests, scribes, and Pharisees, man. You know? Yeah, you got a question, amigo?
No, en inglés.
Hay mucha mentira, ¿verdad? Y el Señor está levantando a la gente para salir y decir la verdad. ¿Comprende?
¿Por qué sacas el diablo?
Porque mira, el diablo ese no es Jesucristo, ¿verdad?
¿No?
Es un hombre que se llama César Borgia. ¿Okay?
Jesucristo es el Dios, pa.
Sí, él no era de ese color. Biblia, si lo lees, era negro.
Cristo,
Con pelo así blanquito.
el primer judío
Sí,
era negro.
Sí, los judíos judío es una religión. La verdad es que este señor, los judíos sacaron el nombre de esto, Jew, de ahí se llamaron Jewish.
O Jewish.
Eso no es verdad, es Judá. Los negros se llaman Judá. Los mexicanos se llaman Isaacar. Los salvadoreños y los de Argentina, los chilenos, se llaman Naftali. Todos esos son hijos de Jacob. Sí, Jacob, ¿verdad? Y estos son los 12 tribus de Israel. Son los únicos, si tú lees la Biblia, en el último libro, en Revelation, hay 12 gates, tú sabes, para el cielo, para heaven. Y nada más que van a entrar esa gente. Son los latinos, los negros y los indios. Son los hijos porque esos son los únicos que tienen esclavos. ¿Comprende? Y eso lo hizo el Señor porque no obedecían.
Pero tú crees en Jesucristo.
Sí, pero eso no es el nombre. Eso no es el nombre. La letra J, J,
It's like
es
a brother
una
speaking in
nueva,
tongues,
una
no
letra
want to
nueva.
interrupt them.
De
Hopeful elect.
1500. ¿Cómo se va a llamar Jesus si el nombre, la letra esa no existía cuando él estaba caminando? Él tenía un nombre hebreo. La lengua de Dios es hebreo. ¿Verdad? ¿Verdad? ¿Sabe eso, verdad?
Sí.
¿Ok? Y el nombre era Yahweh Shai. No era Jesus Christ, era Yahweh Shai. Jesucristo no es el nombre. Hay muchas mentiras. ¿Comprende? Y así como van a ganar los diablos hasta que regresa Yahweh Shai para sacarlos del mundo. Porque esta gente están puestos ahí para decirte las mentiras. Y estos son la gente que tienen los bancos, estos son la gente que controla todo. Ellos pagan a esta gente para tener nosotros perdidos. ¿Comprende?
De este viejo chupado.
Sí, esos son los ricos, los bancos, los Rothschilds.
Gracias. ¿Dónde está la iglesia de ustedes?
Esta es la iglesia aquí mismo. Dice la Biblia, cuando dos más salen en mi nombre, yo voy a estar ahí.
Pastor.
Sí.
Muy inteligente.
Gracias, amigo. Así como somos, la gente, estos son el Espíritu del Señor que bajó para levantar a la gente, porque la gente está perdida en todas las fiestas del mundo. Hay muchas mentiras, pero la verdad se va a hacer libre. Con la verdad se va a hacer libre.
Gracias, muy amable.
Y mira, la última cosa es la marca de la bestia.
Uy,
No la coja.
eso da miedo, ¿no? Gracias.
It's like it, brother.
It's like it,
Identify the tongue. What happened?
I had to give him, you know how I do the whole thing in 5 minutes, man. I had to tell him the whole thing. I told him that there's a lot of lies. These are the devil bankers. That was a devil. He couldn't have been Jesus because there was no J back then. You know, he was a black man. I mean, a so-called black man, blah, blah. These guys pay these guys to make sure that you don't know the truth. So the Most High put his spirit.
These guys play these guys and push this guy.
Yeah, the Most High put his spirit on the brothers to come back out. He woke them back up and they're coming out to make sure you get the truth. There's a lot of lies, but the truth shall set you free. And that's that. That's right. That's what it is. It's a simple formula. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
It's like,
Oh, it's all good. Yeah.
Jeremiah 50, verse 4. It says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together.
Children of Israel represents the northern kingdom, the Latin and Hispanic tribes, right? And then the children of Judah represents the southern kingdom, the Negro tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, coming together, being gathered. And what gathers them is his word, right? Here in Baruch chapter 4, it speaks about how the children of Israel is going to be gathered. It's Baruch chapter 4, verse 36. O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away, they come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. So before the physical gathering and the delivering of the elect, you have a spiritual gathering, which is his doctrine, his truth. And that's why these elites is trying their hardest to put this in a negative light, you know? Because these global elites, they know that there's gonna be a doctrine, which doctrine means something that's taught that will gather the Israelites unto their heritage, their nationality, and then the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son. So in order for them to try to offset that, they gotta push a lot of psyop, a lot of false, narratives, shit to trip people up. So can you read that verse again, bro?
Jeremiah 50 and verse 4. And it reads, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord,
It's talking about right now.
the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together. Going and weeping, they shall go and seek Yahweh their God.
Yeah, they shall go and seek Yahweh their power, and that's happening now. The Israelites, there's a spirit that's put out on the Israelites, the elect thereof, to repent and convert and worship the true power. Weeping meaning they gonna feel sorry for the lifestyle that they had. You had some brothers that was before coming into truth, they might have been a Moor, they might have been a Muslim, they might have been selling drugs, they might even have a couple of bodies on them. And they will abhor that lifestyle, and they will eschew evil the best they can. And following after the way of the Lord. So that's happening right now.
Yeah, because, the time that Jeremiah wrote the scripture, it was the southern kingdom only in Babylon.
Yeah.
Because the northern kingdom was, already over here in the land of America. See? So this is what happened playing out today, right now.
Yep.
It says, verse 5, they shall ask the way to Zion.
So they shall ask the way to Zion. So it's going to be questions. They're going to be trying to figure out, what I got to do, to get in good graces with the Lord, man.
They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come, and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
And that's what the global elites is trying to prevent. Then we got to make sure we cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more remembered. And meanwhile, we're going to cast the cords from off of us.
Yeah.
So at least they know prophecy, right? But what they're trying to do is offset prophecy. They're trying to slow it up.
Verse 5, it says, then they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come, and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Perpetual covenant, that's a new covenant. It's gonna go in the Israelites' emerald parts that they never gonna sin again. See? It says, verse 6, my people have been lost sheep, their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Now let's stop there. Like the brother was mentioning earlier, shepherds are leaders, they're guides. So, can I see that false prophet sign, bro? Now the nature of sheep, they need a shepherd to guide them so that wolves don't come and get them, lions don't come and get them, hyenas don't come and get them, bears, so on and so forth, right? So, read that again.
Jeremiah 50 and verse 6, my people have been lost sheep.
My people, the Israelites, have been lost sheep, meaning their sheep that's been scattered all over the damn place. Some over here on the mountains, some over here by the lake, some over there in the vineyard, some over there by the house in the backyard. Some that got on the roof somehow. So they scattered in all different type of places or all different type of religions and ways of life.
What's up, brother? Nice to meet you.
It's been, man.
into more science.
Yes,
They've been
sir.
scattered in
Yes, sir.
Egyptian theology. They've been scattered in Baptist, Christian church, Roman Catholicism, American culture, rap, all that. All these different ways of life.
Good,
All these
man.
different walks of
Thank
life
you.
comes
What's up,
with
man? We
different
hang out a long
cultures.
time ago.
And the Israelites been scattered.
Yeah, I do.
You got
I do
Israelites in
recognize you.
Neo-Shamanism.
Alhamdulillah.
You got Israelites
Yes,
in
sir. Praise be to Allah.
Buddhism and Hinduism. All these different things, you know? So it's describing the state and condition of Israelites, basically.
It says, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Now the shepherds are their leaders. They're religious leaders. So we got this sign that's entitled false prophets. And these people are paid off by the shadow government and different elites to push out a doctrine, a false doctrine,
A false narrative.
you know? And let's name some of them. We had Martin Luther King. As soon as he started saying anything about truth, he got put to death. Malcolm X.
Same thing.
As soon as he started speaking anything about truth, all right,
brother,
now,
stay up, man.
all right now. Malcolm X. As soon as he started speaking anything about truth, he got put to death. All right. Al Sharpton. You know these different house niggas that's set up to pacify you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These are shepherds, and they have led the sheep astray. Right.
It says, the shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
They have gone to mountain to hill. So you got Israelites that's tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. They over here, they over there. You know, some following Dr. William Johnson. Some are following the whole free spirit type of lifestyle.
Flat Earth and shit.
Flat Earth, all these
All kinds
different
of
doctrines. And their religious leaders have caused them to err like that.
All that found them have devoured them, and the adversary said, we offend not.
Yeah, so these different nations, right? All these different nations that have conquered the children of Israel found us in a destroyed state, continue that oppression, right? And the sentiment that they have is we offend not. Why? Because they have found us in a cursed state. They found us destroyed. So they forward the affliction. That's why you see the Asians in your neighborhood. They got the Louisiana fried chicken. They got the hair salon. You know, they got the Arabs with the gas station selling the white teas and the incense. You know, you got all these different nations that's coming into your communities licking up the swords, meaning benefiting off of your cursed state.
Exactly.
And they think they offend not. They think they come in and help.
Yeah.
And in all actuality, they all have joined hand in hand with the wicked.
They send their children to these, you know, these exalted universities and stuff, man.
Yeah.
These expensive art institute schools, man. Driving Bentleys and Ferraris and stuff, man, off the money that we gave them.
Yeah.
See? So the Lord, you know, you taking advantage, man.
That's another way of taking money out of the community, literally.
And they charge usually. You know, Gatorade be like $3.
Oh, well, that's not usual. Usually, if you loan somebody money,
Yeah. Interest.
Verse 7. We offend not because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. And move out of the midst of Babylon and go forth of the land of Chaldeans. It says, and be as a he goes before the flocks.
and so what's going to eventually happen is these same people that were scattered and lost and destroyed by their oppressors, they're going to get delivered out of this situation.
For lo, I will rage and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country.
Yeah, Russia, and like the brother was saying off camera, you know, you mentioned the BRICS nations.
Yep.
That's Brazil, Russia, India,
And China.
China, and South Africa, right? But then you also got the 10 horns that shall hate the whore,
Yep.
and that's the EU. So you're gonna have a conglomerate of nations that the Lord is gonna put the Spirit on to shoot missiles upon Babylon.
You know, Yahushua said, if Satan be against Satan, then his kingdom shall not stand. So with Esau's, you know, the 10 horns represents the EU nations and European Union nations. It's America allies. If they come up against America, then you cancel out yourself.
Yep.
You know? It says, for lo, I will raise the cause to come up against Babylon, the city of great nations, from the Gulf country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken.
Yeah, because ancient Babylon, ruled by Nebuchadnezzar and later his son Belshazzar, there wasn't a great destruction. You know, there was basically a military campaign. Darius the Mede came in, killed the lords of Babylon, and Babylon became a province of the Medo-Persian Empire. There wasn't no assembly of great nations coming. It was just Darius the Mede, right? So that's not talking about ancient Babylon. This is talking about this modern day Babylon, this is America. So there's going to be kings of the earth risen up to destroy Babylon. That's going to happen during World War III, or as the scriptures call the Third World or the War of Armageddon.
In our lifetime.
Yeah, soon. Huh?
It says,
Who?
nah, it says, well,
Oh, yeah.
it says, from thence she shall be taken, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man.
Now it says they're arrows. Now, are they shooting? Here it is, we in modern times, we got all this technology, all this Wi-Fi, data, planes. You think they finna go to the cupboard, open the cupboard? Here, brother, here go your bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Here go 5, 6 arrows. You know, that'll start you. No.
Put these in your quiver.
Yeah, put it in. Here go a quiver. You know? That's talking about ICBM missiles, man. What's it? Yeah, you got the
Y'all saying the scriptures say knowledge shall be increased.
It's technology.
And we're gonna make stuff plain on tables. That's
Yeah.
as plain as it could be.
Yeah,
That's not the modern rise of fighting nowadays.
right.
It's with arrows and swords. It's with guns, missiles.
Well,
Bombs.
Isaiah 9.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
And you know how what was that tried and Clark said that the missiles there was actual arrows.
Yeah. Try to refine.
Their eyes have been darkened.
Yeah,
It's
they-
Isaiah 9:6, 9:5, Salakia. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yeah, because in the ancient world, men fought as real men supposed to fight.
Yeah.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
With swords and shields and blood on garments and missing body parts.
Cutting people's heads
Like
off.
head- 300.
Yeah. Then intestines all on the ground. And
Yeah.
stuff,
Real fight. You got pieces, pulling pieces of flesh and shit off your garments.
They said they had scars from the previous wars they fought.
Yeah. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
So this war will be with burning and fuel of fire, which is World War III. The War of Armageddon, the mountain of troops. That's going to come up against Babylon the Great and destroy it with fire. You see? By way of the ICBM missiles. So
Yeah, so the arrows is talking about, is describing a weapon that will bring total destruction by way of fire. So what is that? That's a missile.
Apostle Art said you think these kids just making this to put in the museum.
Yeah, take
Show
it.
people,
right.
Why would they put all that energy into that investment for people just to look at it? Nah, eventually you're gonna use it. And they all being prepared, to come up against America. Going back to Jeremiah 50 and verse 9, it says their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain.
A mighty expert man, meaning very precise.
Yeah.
And that's going into the missile guided technology. Because these ICBM missiles, they're able to, you have hypersonic missiles that don't go all the way up, in the air, you know, they don't go as high as the traditional ICBM missile, and then they can evade different missile defense systems. They can climb up over walls, they can dodge certain things. Well, that's an expert, you know? It know how to get to its enemy. It know how to get to its target. A mighty expert man of war.
That's like in Joel 2.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're not gonna break their ranks. They,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like a mighty expert in the ancient world. They knew specific arrows, specific animals to put like poisonous frogs. These colorful frogs.
Yeah.
The orange one, I think. Even Gad knew that. They know that this will touch the skin of the animal, the frog, then it will have a poisonous arrow.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't shoot at him to kill him, but eventually you'll kill him if you hit him in the arm.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have that. He didn't have no herbs to heal it. You know. So that's an example of a mighty expert man right there, knowing the specific, you know,
War strategy.
Yeah, war strategies and variations of weapons to use to kill your enemy.
Yeah.
You know.
See, the scriptures use ancient lingo to describe modern technology.
It says verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil.
Talking about America.
All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord.
Yeah, because all these nations have gotten mad. And they're gonna burn this place with fire.
Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah.
So,
And it went crazy. That word mad meaning crazy. So, because you see that Western culture having major influence in a lot of these Eastern countries. This is a situation with the hijab over there in Iran. The reason why that happened, which is we believe that, you know, America has their hand in that, but on the outside looking in, people can say that, look, that Western culture is having major influence on these women over here to where they're forsaking their religious morals and their ancient traditions, and now the women, they want to be liberated and they want to take the damn hijabs off and they want to show their hair.
Drinking that Babylon juice.
and that's the crazy thing because, you know, women are supposed to be in subjection to their men. So that's the new thing, that the woman shall compass the man on earth. So the heathens, they see that's being done to them. The Iranians, so they uproar like, what the hell, like, you know? So that's making them, you know, mad and stuff, man. You know? Going back to Jeremiah 50 verse 11, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, oh, you destroyers of my heritage.
Yeah, because Esau, he rules Babylon and he destroyed Israelites. Number one, destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So Esau, he pushes out false doctrines, philosophies, ways of life. He make them very easily accessible. Big ass libraries, go in there and just bug out. Then you know, you got your possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Right? Then you got the food system. You know, the food, the agriculture, the chemtrails, and the water. You know, all this concrete, we're not supposed to be walking on concrete, brother. You know, because concrete doesn't have a natural give to it. So what happens is you end up having back problems, knee problems and all that. We walked on, you know, we had streets and stuff back then, but it wasn't the stone. It was concrete. You know, even with sandals. If you wear sandals with no socks, you know, the sweat that comes off of your feet, you know, it basically goes back into the earth, man. Because a lot of toxins come out of your feet. So if you got socks and shoes on all day, them toxins ain't going nowhere. It's staying in your body. That's why you read about, oh, you know, they had to wash the feet of the saints. You know?
It says, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, oh, you destroyers of my heritage.
Yeah, so these people rejoiced at the downfall of Israelites. So why would they be acceptable to a person coming out and saying, oh, we the true people of the Most High? We the real people.
Yep.
When the prophecy said that they rejoiced at our downfall. So if they rejoice at our downfall, that means when we come back to who we are, they'll be angry.
Yep.
They'll be pissed off. They'll hate that. So they trying to change that energy. Oh, you guys are being anti-S.
Yep.
Y'all being anti-S.
Yep.
That's hatred.
And that's also them fulfilling that prophecy. Hosea 1. In the land, they shall say that you are not my people.
Yep.
So that's that prophecy being fulfilled. So them up.
About the spirit, about the fruit that they bear.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right, so that's kind of getting ready.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right, Chef. You're right.
Yeah, so by them upgoing, against us, that we not the real people, they fulfilling that prophecy in Hosea 1st chapter, man.
Yeah. Because they can't do nothing against the truth before. Even if you're trying to come against it, you still gonna fulfill prophecy.
It says, because you are grown fat as a heifer at grass and bellow as bulls.
They got rich. They got rich off the downfall of our people. You giving them bread and circus. You glorify the weekend, so you work all week. You work fucking damn near lose your life from Monday to Friday.
Man.
And then we get off on Friday. Oh, it's the weekend, and it was. Remember they had TGI
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah.
When Friday came around, it was like wow,
Yeah.
like a damn holiday.
And we singing songs, living for the weekend.
Yeah. And then you have Sunday football. You have Saturday. You play and bullshit on Saturday. And niggas thought that this is life.
This is how it speak.
I gotta work real hard just to have fun on the
Yeah.
weekend.
This way seemeth right unto me.
And Esau is so wicked, he
Yeah.
started institutionalizing our people to be like that from, preschool and stuff.
Yeah.
Going to school for 5 days,
Yeah.
8 hours a day, just to prepare you of what you're
For the
gonna
work
do in your
week.
adult life.
For the work week.
It's complete indoctrination, man.
So Esau is the devil to that, man.
Training you up in the way you should go.
Right.
That's wicked.
And according to our heritage, it was the first day, second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. It wasn't no Monday, Tuesday. Them days.
I named
the
after
names-
Greek gods.
Yeah, named after Greek gods, man. The months too.
Yep.
Like October. October is 8. Octagon has 8 sides.
That's
But
because
in October it's the 10th month.
That's because a couple of Caesars had to stick themselves in there and get a month. Julius and Augustus, they had to take them summer. They had to take that summer out. Get them a month.
And this whole
Not the
lifestyle is built upon pagan.
Yeah. Falsehood. Yeah.
It says, verse 12, your mother shall be sore confounded, she that bare you shall be ashamed.
Now, the mother of America is Great Britain because America was birthed out of Great Britain during the Revolutionary War. It was 3 wars, that happened. You had the French-American War, you had the Spanish-American War, and then you had the War of Independence.
Right.
So
American Revolution.
that war, America detached itself and became the 13 colonies. Or as you read in Daniel the 7th chapter, the little horn.
Mm-hmm.
Before whom 3 fell. So America was birthed out of this place.
So, fight over teams.
Yeah. The Boston Tea Party.
Boston
Word
Tea
of- Actually, it was about the tariff on teas,
Yeah.
though. The tax on the tea.
That tea was that damn good.
But them same type of Edomites is back right now.
Oh yeah, everything coming back.
Them Boston
Exactly.
Tea Party Edomites, they ready for tax. Oh, y'all taxing us? They ready to go to war.
I think a couple of years ago, one of them groups did come up calling themselves that. When they was making all these groups up, the Boston Tea, something like that.
It says, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be as the wilderness, a dry land and a desert.
Now the hindermost part of the nation, hindermost meaning the utmost,
Furthest.
society started off in the east, in the Middle East, right? You had what's it called?
Mesopotamia.
Yeah, Mesopotamia,
Phoenicia.
Sumeria, that area.
Right.
Fertile Crescent, Ur, the Chaldees,
Levant.
Levant. It started there. So, and then you read about in Ezekiel, the Moabites, they moved to the uttermost east, right? So that area was inhabited. So the utmost part of the nation will be all the way over here in the Americas, where Solomon was going to.
Hindermost. Is that the word? Hindermost.
Uttermost.
Yeah.
So the hindermost part, this is talking about the area where Solomon was sending his navy to bring goods and services back to Jerusalem. You know?
It says, verse 13, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited.
Yeah, because of the wrath of the Lord, because the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to come in the chariots of Israel shooting out laser beams, and like you mentioned earlier, World War III. So Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of World War III. And this is the will of the Lord. This is the anger of the Lord, the indignation. Some scriptures call it the day of Yahweh Yahweh Shai.
It says, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
And you read that in Revelation 18. All these nations that's going to be standing afar off, seeing the torment of this place, seeing the destruction of this place. So this place will be destroyed, man. But we read a lot, and we didn't read the whole chapter, but we read a great amount of that chapter. It's exposed. It talked about how these lifestyles and these idols is going to be brought low. It talked about the Israelites getting gathered to return unto the Lord, and then the deliverance, and it goes into the destruction of this place, man. And that's a part of keeping the law, the statutes, and commandments, high and holy days. But we also prophesy the downfall of this place and the ushering in of the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah, because we want the downfall of this place. Even King David said this. Psalm 7 and 8. Psalm 7 and 8. 7 and 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God trieth the hearts and reins. So even King David said this. So, for this place to be destroyed, that's good. That's the gospel. That's good tidings. Because we're not going to be longer have to bear this wickedness, man. Seeing the wicked conduct of these people. The Esau, which is the wicked opponents of Bible, being rulers over us, man. About the disciples, we told our Lord Yahweh Shai, are you going to restore the kingdom of heaven to Israel? That was their first question after our Lord had risen, when he was with them for 40 days. So that was the manner that they came in, like, hey man, we're trying to rule. We're not trying to be compatible with this world and, have Esau to accept us. The devil will never accept us, man.
Never. Because what we bring out exposes who these people are. So why would they accept this truth? If we're exposing who they are and their agenda?
Amos 5 say they hate of him that rebuketh at the gate. So
and the Lord made us Israelites and the Edomites co the opposite. So it wasn't meant for us to get together.
It say how we fought in the womb.
Yeah. So it wasn't meant for us to cleave on to Esau, man. But you have 2/3 of our people that are trying to go against the grain and love Esau, and you wonder why they get the results they get.
Yep.
They go to an Edomite party or something, and then they turn Jake they get missing and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you was their sacrifice, nigga. Right,
Exactly.
Yep, that's right. So now we prophesied against Babylon. Now we're going to get on these jakes. This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 1. He said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. You know, we stand upon our feet, man, with great boldness. You know, in the face of all those that have made no account of our labors.
It says, and the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that speak.
Yeah, the Spirit is the word, man. You know, because it's the word that quickeneth. Quickening means to make alive. You know, so we have been made lively through the word, man. You know, because without this truth, we was as dead bones.
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah, we was straight
we was those dry bones in Ezekiel 37 chapter, man. And then it had the breath of life, the wisdom of Yahweh Shemashah, man.
Verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me.
Yeah, so we're only sent, commanded to go to the nation of Israel to teach them the truth. It says rebellious. Rebellious means to fight against. And that has been the conduct of the 2/3 of our people towards the Most High Yahweh and the Son of Yahweh Shai, man. You're kicking against the bricks by you Israelites by not wanting to repent.
It says, they and their fathers have transgressed against me even unto this very day.
Yeah, so it's a perpetual thing. You know, perpetual means an ongoing. So this conduct has been happening since time of Egypt, man. You know, our forefathers in the wilderness, those in the wilderness for 40 years.
You saw that?
They took an eye for it. They reported to somebody.
Damn.
That's vocab coming in. Coming to that time, bro.
Yeah, coming to that time.
Oh, they right behind you.
Yeah, they coming right here. You get a nice
You
little.
taking pictures?
Yup.
And y'all can take all the pictures y'all want.
We got two.
And they can take all the pictures they want.
Yeah,
When the
baby.
scriptures look like the scriptures say we're blameless.
Kind.
So they can't put charges on us for things that we know not because we're innocent. You know? You know the Psalm 55? King David. It's applied to our Lord Yahweh Shai, Psalm 55 and
Yeah.
11.
This is Psalm 35, verse 11. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not.
Yeah, so they're gonna falsely accuse us, man. Now this applies to our Lord Yahweh Shai.
Where'd they go?
Down. And I didn't come around that way, so they must be went out. I'm waiting for them to pull up this side. I don't think
Yeah. So just a little description of what happened. A blacked out van. Two dudes dressed up in like police attire.
Yeah.
Rolled up recording us right now. Came right behind us recording us. So we in them times, Aki. We in them times, man. We getting watched.
Best believe don't think you're not being watched, man.
Persecution is coming.
Don't be surprised if you see a black van near your house or something. Every day or something.
Right.
You know, it just, all some cars can be black, but it's just that one van that just look eerie, look odd.
Suspicious.
It's suspicious, you know. Hey, you know.
We should have told him to come here. Come over here. If we see him again, we can say, come here. We can dialogue.
They ain't come out. They didn't go down and turn. They must have parked.
Take it. Where are you recording this? Anyway. Psalm 35 and 11. False witness did raise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not.
Yeah, so they gonna lay a false accusation upon us, man. Saying we rapists, you know, we got guns. You know, well, that's why, you know, song with the Apostle of the Great Millstone, we warn you Israelites not to have guns at camp, man.
Yeah.
Because of things like that. You know, now you just put more fuel for, you know, in the fire for Esau to, you know, come down with a reason.
Right, yeah.
You see?
Come on,
Which we know he gonna come down with great wrath anyways. But you not supposed to give the devil ammunition.
Nah,
Man.
don't give him leeway.
You know, we're supposed to, be blameless. Let's get that real quick. Because the Lord's not going to defend you if you're not blameless.
Faultless,
The Lord
right.
not going to defend you, man.
Yeah, we just want to know who sent y'all.
Undercover cops.
Yeah. Who sent y'all? And they was bold too.
Yeah, they was bold with
Yeah,
it.
they came in the parking lot.
Yeah, they went straight down this lane right here, and I didn't see them turn, so they came. They must have came out.
you recorded.
Yep.
Bobby shot firing that, chop that up.
Chop that up. You see what that is about.
2 Peter 3, verse.
They don't do that to the Christians that come out here with the bullhorn, with the Jesus Cristo. They don't do that. They're not a threat.
Nah, they're not a threat, bro.
2 Peter 3 and 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that you may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So you're supposed to be blameless, man. Unrebukable, in the eyes of Yahweh Shemon Shai, man. You know? So, we know Esau is building up his case, man. And that situation, what happened with Chief Ephraim when they punched that dude, that Edomite. You see that video? You're not supposed to have that conduct at camp, man. That tough guy spirit. You know?
Yeah, we just teach the word.
Good.
You have, and that's the spirit, because last week we had to, deal with a couple of, light situations, whatever. But you just know how to deal with people. You gotta understand that when you come out here, it's gonna be foul spirit. As soon as you pull up, somebody gonna be walking on the streets, yelling and screaming. Now look, it's a Mormon dude coming down here. Right? Don't be amazed if next week all of a sudden people want to come and challenge us all of a sudden. Like I said, this Mormon dude coming down here. I don't know if they recorded us and they went down there. Or hit him on a walkie-talkie. Yeah, go ahead, man, it's people probably all in these parking lots watching.
Man, you don't know.
Like Pastor Hart said, like Pastor Hart said one time, a person can come up and act. A person can come up and act like they were just walking throughout their daily life, but really they were sick.
Brother.
You know?
Yeah, he probably got phone scanners in his backpack. All that information. Why are you over here? Oh, he right here, huh? Hey, man. But we in the times, though. We in the times.
She gonna rebuke us for saying.
We not Kanye and Kyrie. We gonna go into the precepts.
Man.
Psalms 56. Psalms 56 and verse 11. And Yahweh, how about put my trust? I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. So, we're going to put our trust in Yahweh Shemon Shai, man. We're not afraid what these devils can do to us, because we understand that the Lord's controlling them.
Right.
They can only do so much.
And they may have a couple of pistols on them, fucking baton on them. But when the spirit of Yahweh Shemon Shai come down, that shit ain't gonna do. We gonna be all Black Adams out here.
Yeah.
That first scene when he choked him, he just disintegrated his head.
Best part of the movie.
Oh, you seen it too?
Yeah.
I know you seen it.
I seen it. I got
That was a
direct
great
TV.
movie, man. There ain't gonna be no smiling, there ain't gonna be no woman trying to
Negotiate.
None of that.
Let me just hear this guy out.
Yeah.
Ain't none of that.
Ain't gonna be none of that. Those days are over.
Back in Ezekiel chapter 2 and 4, and all we doing is preaching the gospel. Y'all sending agents and blacked out vans. What y'all gonna put us in there in a van?
Surveillance units. It's in the surveillance units, bro.
Bro, this is really an eyesore to y'all Edomites, huh?
Man.
Verse 4. For they are impotent children and stiff-hearted. Yeah.
They even sent spies to Yahweh Shah. And I forgot what count it was, but it said that they had sent spies among them.
Oh, they paid themselves just men?
Yeah. You know? So that's scriptural. They had spies.
That's fine.
So that's scriptural that, has spies amongst us, man. That happened to Yahweh Shah. When Yahweh Shah weeded them out, man, through the spirit of truth. He knew them. He knew they was wicked, man. So
This is Luke chapter 20, verse 20. I started 19. And the chief priests and the scribes the same hour sought to lay hands on him. And they feared the people, for they perceived that he had spoken this parable against them. And they watched him and sent forth spies, which should feign themselves just men. Hey, Shalom, man. Hey, y'all the Israelite. In order to feign yourself just men, that means you gotta have the doctrine.
You have to know something.
Prep talk of the doctor. Okay, they're gonna have a sign out there.
Yeah.
Maybe go and talk about the sign. Tell them how nice their garments look. Have a lot of flattery.
flattery.
Yeah.
Flattery. That's why brothers can't be deceived by flattery, man. Real.
You only get flattery to women, man. So you can conquer. They like that shit. And they watched him, talking about Yahweh Shai, and sent forth spies, plural. So it was probably different accounts. One day, spies came. The next week, different set of spies. It says, which should feign themselves or pretend themselves to be just men, like they was believers of the doctrine. Shalom, or they may say shalom. A trial of a man is in his speech, so as it is written. So you gotta hear these people. Listen to them. Be a servant. Listen. They gonna utter some madness, some agent shit. What they say?
Talk about something happened the other day.
Oh.
So yeah, they had action.
So they gonna come up saying some shit to criminalize you. Motherfucker might come up talking about 9/11.
Bringing out brothers' false past.
Yeah.
He was in jail,
Trying to talk close to the microphone to pick you up. That they might take hold of his words. Oh yeah, you said this.
Yeah, because that's exactly what he was on the cross. The Israelite says, the wicked Israelite, they were like, yeah, he said he was going to destroy this temple and build it in 3 days. Because he was talking about his body, man.
Yep.
They took it literal. So they can twist things up in order to benefit, what they trying to accuse you of.
And they gonna have wires on them, recorders.
Yep. I tell you, in a minute they're not gonna need to do none of that. They got this shit called deep fake, where they can literally have you saying some shit against the Most High. Okay, literally. And if they could, they would fool the very elect with it, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, they really trying to live up to that one.
So that it says that so they might deliver him unto the power and authority of the government. So they're gonna be trying to catch us up in our words. That's why it's in your best interest when these spies, these agents, these different people that's gonna be sent. See the Edomites with black glasses on this shit. What if the niggas out the Matrix?
Oh, Mr. Smith.
A whole bunch of Mr. Smiths coming up to camp.
I posted that this week.
So when these spies and agents and these people that's feigning themselves just men coming up to the camp, just pick a chapter to read. Read Isaiah 13. At the end of the day, the Lord, man's going to the Lord. The Lord is going to do it however, but it's best to just stay in the spirit.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be looking for you to say certain things. Part of it. You know, if they come, we didn't have people that came up challenging us. I know you got the Bible, but can we hear out of your words?
Yeah.
Your word, could you use your words
That's
though?
Satan.
No, we're not. These are
our words.
We are using our words. You call a scripture to read off.
Because this is really our book.
Yep.
Right.
You know? Okay, this is the book of the heritage of the saints,
Done.
which is us Israelites.
And their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh.
But it's like,
Oh, you
I was just gonna say, Psalms say the wicked watches the righteous and is looking to slay them, man. They waiting to slay us, bro.
man. Slab the one that even be in upright conversation.
Yeah.
These are some wicked, foul
Man.
motherfuckers, man.
Man.
And the Lord ain't gonna let no wild shit happen, bro.
we
The Lord
gonna-
gonna lift up a standard for us.
Cause we gonna become an offender for the word, man.
Yeah, because these motherfuckers be having child pornography.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, they be on a dark web and shit.
Right.
They accusing us, of being wicked.
Yeah. They got burner phones. This is Psalm 37, verse 32. The wicked watches the righteous, and we was watched. When that car came, they came up slow.
Yeah.
They made it a point to see us, man.
Yeah. And film us.
They pulled up. They already had their phones recorded, so it was premeditated. They had their phones.
Hey, you guys, how y'all doing?
How you doing,
How you
sister?
doing?
Each one of you guys let me have $1 so I can get a hamburger, please.
We know it's hard to have cash on you these days. Man, I don't have it.
Hold on.
You got it, and you got it.
Let me see if I got it. Nah, I might have $1. Let me look around.
Okay. And when you look around too, you got a lot of pockets.
$1.
I'm trying to get
You know
$3.
what?
I don't have
I
none.
don't have it.
You know what I want? I want one of them impossible burgers.
I don't have
We
it.
ain't supposed to be eating no shit like that.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be in there, but I don't even have it.
It's a veggie burger. What do you mean? It's a veggie burger.
That's what they told you. But if you read the ingredients in it,
Okay, well then can I have one of them $1 you got in your pocket, please?
I don't have.
We don't cash. It's like the world is changing and there's no cash now. We on credit cards and stuff.
All right. Psalm 37, verse 32. The wicked watches the righteous and seeketh to slay him.
And that's exactly what happened to us right now. You know, Esau was surveilling us, man. You know, and they seeking to slay us. They want to slay us because we're pushing the truth, man. See, they don't hate us. They hate Yahweh Shalom Shah. This is talking about the haters of the Most High.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And she's an example of flattery. I know y'all got it. You got it. I know you got somebody. 33, the Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged by Esau. So the Lord will deliver us. Wait on Yahweh and keep his law, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. We're going to see the reward of the wicked.
They, they see the reward of us as a nation, man. Being downtrodden and oppressed, So we're going to see the downfall of them, man. That's balance.
Yeah.
Here is Esau been capitalizing off our downfall, and but we not gonna see a downfall of our enemies.
Esau, he's just not going to get judged. He's just going to get
Yeah.
judged in the heavens.
Exactly.
Increase wickedness. that fear him and delivereth them. But you also want to make sure you're being circumspect.
Oh, yeah.
Scriptures speak about being circumspect, man. So that means looking all around.
They
wanna
rolled up. I mean, November.
They record us right here and then turn around and record us from behind. So they got a whole 360 photo of us.
They know they gonna bring out the data about us. Such, peace and periods there.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. First off, we live basic lives. All we do is, you know, come to camp, some brothers work, and then you just be at the house, chilling. So what are you gonna find? All he do is be at the house. He ain't came out the house all day.
Yeah.
But it's not till I forget.
How is he wicked?
He go to work these days.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
He goes
easy.
to this little Mediterranean food spot once a week.
Because Esau is obsessed with us. Esau is obsessed with us, man. He knows our daily routines.
Right.
You know? But that's that envy, man.
Yeah.
When you obsessed with someone, that means you envy them in some form or fashion. What they do or how they are, you know, what they got. You know?
And Esau hated the blessing wherewith Jacob blessed. Isaac blessed. This is Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
Yeah, so whether Israelites don't listen, whether they obey, whether they don't obey, they still heard the word. So we're not held accountable anymore because we washed off the blood of our hands by telling you the truth. We have declared to you the whole counsel of the Most High. We're the sons to declare the counsel of the Most High. So you can't say, oh, I didn't know the truth. Now you got, you know, saying earlier Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, they talking about Israelites. So now Jake says, you know, can't say you didn't know.
These motherfuckers probably got monopolies and shit. Far, bro.
Or some Call of Duty shit.
They're probably in
Yeah, not bad.
Bro, they probably over there with the binoculars, bro, trying to read all that. Just come down here, man.
Bless y'all even when men shall revile you, bro. Hope they're talking bad about us right now. That's a blessing. You better get my blessings. You know
I just hate those artists. Like,
what I'm saying?
I just hate them. I don't even know why. I just hate them. They just hating us without a cause, man.
I'm telling you, we amplified our whole step right here, bro, with these. Now we holler. You don't even have to use the hot.
Hey, but what the scripture say? Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
It say, he that depart from evil maketh himself afraid, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we been prayed upon. We just got prayed upon right now.
And guess what it says? And the Lord saw it.
Yeah.
Feel me?
And displeases that there is no judgment.
So y'all pissing off the Most High doing this, man. Y'all pissing off the Most High spying on us.
Yeah.
All right, Ezekiel chapter 2. We almost done. We got like 5 minutes. 6. And now, son of man, be not afraid of them.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be afraid of them, man. Be afraid of Esau when you do things like that. What he just did. Or what they just did, because it's two of them.
Bro, ain't no telling how many people was in the back of that van.
Because they're the true mercenaries.
Yeah.
They paying us to be the mercenaries. Nah, you are, man. You are the descendants of Cain. Two-ball Cain or something, man.
Traveling with.
Yeah. You know? Two-ball Cain, as the apostle broke down, they was the true mercenaries, man.
Shit, they came way over here to the Americans to fucking use that sword.
Yeah.
Man.
You would think like, Jake would have some angst, you know, because a lot of people are naturally righteous. So Jake will be angry. I'm about to roll with this dude, but then in the middle of his destination, he's like, nah, I ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah. He
You know?
on the way over.
Yeah. You know, but Esau, he kept that.
Hey, man, them Edomites, when they was selling over here to the New World, best believe they was washing them swords off, man. Cleaning them.
Sharpening.
Yeah.
Loving them.
He said Chris Columbus, he couldn't even put his sword down for an hour.
but that's like iron rusted. That spirit might leave for a minute, and they cool with us, and they come right back with a vengeance. You know.
And now, son of man, be not afraid of them. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 6. Neither be afraid of their words. Jake be talking shit and they be unbelievers.
I'm gonna come where I camp out. I'm gonna fight y'all.
Oh yeah, we had some Nathaniel's Northern Kingdom roll up one time when we was teaching down the street.
I don't know.
Will you back?
Might come to forecast.
Word up.
So we not afraid of their words, man. Though briars and thorns be with thee, what does briars and thorns do? They choke.
Yep.
They choke up plants. So they causing problems when they come around, man. They're annoyance, and it's hard to get rid of them because you take down one weed, then the next week a whole nother one that came
Yeah,
up.
not on a holiday.
It's kind of like how vocab is. You deal with him one week, destroy his doctrine. You come back another week with a whole nother point of view on some other shit. What you gotta deal with?
He fervent and wickedness.
It says, and thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and now dost dwell amongst scorpions.
Scorpion is grievous looking and it can bite you with that tail, man.
Strike.
Strike you. That
Yes.
strike. Wow, strike you with the tail.
And that's Jake. They just ready to play emotional, just ready to just nut up. But what you said? What? Repent? What? What does that mean?
They don't show that same spirit with Esau.
Oh no.
No.
They show Esau yes master, no master spirit.
Yup. We sick, boss?
Yeah. You mean anything, boss? Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Now, man, we get some of the craziest looks out here, man, by Jake. Like we said earlier, they hate him that rebuketh at the gate. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly. They'll literally come up here to the signs. They'll come up here to the signs, look at them, look at you, mean mug you, and then walk off. Like, damn. It took so much energy for you to do that. You should have just walked down. But meanwhile, the so-called white man, they can set up a Presbyterian church and have Mormons riding bikes doing bullies and shit up and down your street all day.
Coming to your door, he ain't rebuking nothing.
Yeah. Come to the door nice, but let it, one of your people come up, they don't even answer the door. Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them. Oh, going back to what we was talking about earlier. When these agents and these spies come up and these people feigning themselves just men, we speak the words of the Most High to these people. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, but they are most rebellious.
Lord already told us how our people are, man. How they're gonna be when we teach the truth to them. So we just already accepted that. Most days not gonna get it. We know the elect gonna get it and receive the truth, but for the most part, it's because it's more 2/3 and more the non-elect than it is the elect.
Right.
So it's gonna be more opposition than obedience. Not saying we just nobody, but somebody, but the Lord deals with order, and the Lord sent his prophets out to teach the word, and Jake is supposed to humble down and believe it.
But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee.
Eat this truth. Eat the whole road. It says Revelation 10, honey, bitter and the sweet. our families against us. You know, brothers might get into fights. Getting scoffed at, laughed at by people on the highways. The sweet is, you know, the Lord gave us mercy. Because having the truth is a form of mercy. You know, the Lord put the spirit on us to repent, to do the work. We know what's pleasing to the Lord, so that's good. Ultimately, the kingdom. You know, the Lord and salvation.
And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. You know what? I read this not too long ago. I was thinking about Revelation the 10th chapter. Apostle John saying it had to be the same aircraft that came to him. Because the hand was sent out to Ezekiel, and then the hand was sent out, and then both times it had a book.
That's how I love it, man. And it probably made like a certain noise that they never heard.
Because in the first chapter of Ezekiel, the first chapter basically is the aircraft. Lord traveled on the aircraft and it had the angels under. And there was an aircrafts too. And they spoke to Ezekiel out of the chariots. In the second chapter. And in the book,
I just wonder how I just wonder how it looks, you know?
It will have to look, you know, you will have to get afraid because remember when Jake saw him, he said, oh no, Moses, you just do, because it said they saw the Lord descending and the smoke and all that. They said, nah, Moses, you deal with us. But you know, do say don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. It says, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and it was written within, Lamentations, mourning, and woe.
Yeah, that book is the roll of book, and that's the Bible. Most of the scriptures is, you know, it's written about lamentations, mournings, and woes. You know, the curses you know, of us Israelites, you know, being held in subjection by the heathens, you know, having certain diseases and illness because of our disobedience. Our women come up against us, you know, evil eye towards your brother. That's
I want to link what we read in Ezekiel, the second chapter to Revelation 10 and 8. And a voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again and said, go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And we know that angel, that was a chariot that came down and it pulled out the landing pods. One was on land and one is in the sea. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter. It shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. He said to me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So what happened? Same thing that happened in Ezekiel the second chapter. The angel came down and gave him a book and told him to eat it up. He didn't receive all the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, but it will be sweet in thy mouth, and it'll be sweet as honey in your mouth and bitter in your belly. Meaning, the sweetness will be, you know, we get the kingdom, you know, we get power and dominion, we have servants and slaves, we have the second covenant, and we get righteous forevermore, but the bitterness will be justice and judgment got to go out first. A lot of people gonna die.
the Lowland October Identified, another camp, Sunday camp. As each camp goes by, we're coming to get more closer to our Lord Yahweh Shai's second coming, man. Ages is, the truth gonna get more intensifying. So brothers we all gotta get more serious, which we already are serious, but even more serious, man. So, Global Actors Edified. So with that, give all praise and glory to Double honors to the apostle, Elder Greg Millstone. Peace and blessings.